We're making mini broccoli pizza bites. So I'm adding 8 cups of broccoli to my food processor. And from here, I'm gonna add in 2 eggs, 1 and 2. And then I'm gonna add in 1/3 cup of almond flour, and then 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan. So that is the base of our pizza crust. Now I'm just gonna add some salt. These are super healthy, packed with vegetables. I'm also gonna add some oregano. You could also use Italian seasoning. These are low carb, like I said, packed with vegetables, and they're gonna be a great alternative to regular pizza that is much healthier. Next, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using olive oil here. And then we are just gonna take the top to my food processor, and then we are gonna pulse until everything is like evenly combined. You may have to stop once and just kind of give everything a stir so that it's evenly combined and that it blends nice and evenly. So I'm just giving everything a good mix, and then we will pulse again. Okay, so once it is fully pulsed, it should look about like this. You wanna just make sure there's no large broccoli pieces and that it's all about a uniform size. So I'm gonna move this out of the way, and I have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper right here. So we're gonna take our broccoli and just kind of scoop it into a dough ball and place it right onto our parchment paper lined tray. So we will keep repeating that with all of our broccoli mixture. So we have our Parmesan and our egg and our almond flour as a bit of a binder for the broccoli and just to make it more crust-like. So you can make these as big or as large as you want, but I'm kind of making them into pizza bites. Pizza bites feel so nostalgic to me. I used to love those. I used to love them growing up. Is anyone else here a fan of pizza bites? So this is my healthier version. Like I said, so many vegetables packed into these. They're a little bit messy to make, but it's honestly worth it for a high protein, low carb, vegetable filled pizza. Okay, from here, we're just going to gently flatten these into more of a pizza crust shape. So they should look about like this. So I'm going around and flattening each one. You could also make this recipe with cauliflower if you wanted. I don't know if some kids, if you want to make this recipe for kids, some kids might be a little bit freaked out that it's green. So if you wanted to use cauliflower, that would also work really well. All right, these mini pizza crusts are going into the oven at 400, and then it's time for the fun part, the toppings. All right, they are going into the oven at 400. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes, so we're gonna take our mini broccoli pizza crusts out of the oven. And now it's time to add our toppings. So for our toppings, I'm gonna take my favorite pizza sauce. You could also use a marinara sauce of choice. And I'm just gonna add a dollop on top of each of our mini pizza bites. So like I said, you could make these smaller and make more of them, or you could make them larger and make less. It's kind of up to you. Okay, I had just enough pizza sauce. That's a great feeling. So now I'm just going to gently spread the sauce around each of our crusts. These are already turning out so cute. I'm so excited to eat them. So just gently spread your sauce. You could also make these into different flavors. You could use a white sauce. You could do like a barbecue chicken or a buffalo chicken pizza, but I'm just keeping it classic this time. So next I have some shredded mozzarella that I'm gonna add on top of each one. This would probably also be really good with ovalini mozzarella, but I'm just doing classic shredded right on top of each pizza bite. Next, I'm adding some pepperoni. This part is optional, but I love pepperoni, so I'm gonna add a pepperoni on top of each of our pizzas. And then last but not least, I'm gonna add a little bit of extra oregano on top. You could also do red pepper flakes if you wanted a little bit of spice. All right, now our mini broccoli pizza bites are ready to go into the oven. So my oven is still at 400 from when we baked the crusts. So now we're just gonna place it back in the oven until our cheese gets nice and melted. All right, placing these back in the oven, and then we finally get to try them out. All right, it's been about 5 or 10 minutes, and we're gonna take our mini broccoli pizzas out of the oven. Look at how delicious these look. So I'm gonna let them cool a couple minutes, and then we will give them a try. All right, we let our broccoli pizzas cool for a couple minutes, and I am so excited to try one. Look at how good these look, and they actually hold together so well. It's not even flimsy or anything. So let's give it a try. That is so good. Look at that crust and how well it holds up. Plus with the marinara, our melted cheese, and the pepperoni, this is such a great low carb, high protein alternative. It contains protein because the broccoli actually has protein. There's almond flour, Parmesan, or mozzarella, and our pepperoni. So it actually turns out decently high protein, and these are delicious. A great healthy alternative when you want pizza, but you also want to eat something filled with vegetables and that's lower carb. Yum.